have a couple of confident teams coming into today's game. Both walked off the field with victories last time out. It's the Cardinals going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's go down to Miami. Standing by, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to rain-soaked Miami, Florida. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins. They come out here in the eye. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And certainly one of the mainstays in this offense is the crafty veteran L. Fitz.
Love the way you phrased it. Crafty. This guy knows how to get open and catch the football.
They go to Johnson again. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. And the linebacking core could certainly be crucial today.
They do everything really, really well. Fly to the football, defend the pass, you name it, they do it, as well as set the defensive front.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's 4th and 3.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it. No, check, Patrick.
Here we go on 4th down with Osweiler. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On first down, it's Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't. And a very capable offensive unit here. One of the headliners, Jordan Cameron.
He's listed as a tight end, but he's at his best when he flexes away from the line of scrimmage and runs routes like a receiver.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They set up the screen to Ajayi. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Tyrann Mathieu has a cornerback's build with safety skills. The Honey Badger knows where the football is.
And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Green 39! Green 39!
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something?
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Brandon Doughty with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward. But they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Jericho Contry was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Incomplete.
I remember growing up playing basketball, my coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The rookie out of Ole Miss, Robert Kimdichie. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Osweiler. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
How to be 6'7", be able to see over coverages into open windows. Brock Osweiler just did that with the slant route.
With that height, was also a great basketball player. Gonzaga, as you know, actually offered him a scholarship in high school for hoops.
Hard to believe he didn't take that, decided he wanted to play football, and ultimately chose it.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be a raindrop, word up. I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my angle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. Hello. It's come out like a power with an M. I get down like gravity, rap, rackety, rappers and raps rapidly follow the rapid into the rapid to being rapping and rattling, rattle riddles and ribbons into the sky. I'm a rebel, feeling rhythmically, I am vigorous, spinning right to the rhythm, whittle the side eye. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect her. I don't expect a special, ain't special. I don't expect nothing. I'm just really glad I can say something. That's a blessing. Ain't no stress affecting my presence. But sometimes the pressure keep pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. From the present now. Present. Come out.
Turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. No, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. I'm breaking in.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Cardinals going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's hand things over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 14 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to rain-soaked Miami, Florida. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means
Jarvis Landry. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 85 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And now he's got him at a great spot at the 8-yard line here, first and goal. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Here's Tannehill. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's third and short. Okay, the starters for the Miami Dolphins offensively. Charles, who are we highlighting?
Got to highlight Jay Ajayi, their running back. Came out of Boise State as a 5th-round pick, but most people had his talent much more like a 2nd round. There were some medical concerns with the knee, but he can do it all. Run, catch, block. He's truly a 3-down back.
Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now Osweiler on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
They'll come out in the pistol. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Robert Nkemdiche in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Going deep here for Landry. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. And here's the all-rookie punter from 2015, Matt Darr, on now to punt it away.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the... And tough starting field position here. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They'll get 16 yards there. And it's good enough for an Arizona first. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First down carry here for Johnson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop. Now they'll throw it with Osweiler. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down. And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
The competition to go to the Pro Bowl at safety is fierce in the NFL. But Rashad Jones makes his case year in and year out as one who should go.
On third down, Osweiler. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll bring up a fourth down.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
They'll indeed go for it with Osweiler. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get it.
Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
Here we go.
What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has a slide and find open space to throw.
Now a play fake here on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get a hook and let a running back get outside, because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. He's got him in. Complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he finds Stills, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. There he goes right side. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, 5, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to...
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. And some room to work. And they will score. It's a pick 6. For the Cardinals touchdown. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Five wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He's dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
It's caught. Stills right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the first down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
All right, here we go. Blue landed. Over. Let's go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
Johnson on the counter. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now they'll throw it with Osweiler. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd down, Osweiler. His pass caught at the 4. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here comes Johnson on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Johnson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Here we go now. 3-19. Over.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Now let's go.
Osweiler. Hard throw, incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And that brings up fourth down. Here's Brandon Fields now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be...
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by... and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They go play action here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tyvon Branch. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Wow,
the big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Here's Johnson fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
Down to about the 22 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
To throw is Osweiler. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They come up in an offset eye. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. One of the newer Cardinals picked up from New England, Chandler Jones. In there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
Zebra!
They are going for it. It's Tannehill. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On 2nd down, Osweiler under pressure, and they got to him again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Third and long, it's Osweiler. It's caught, Nelson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the rookie Brandon Williams. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And he missed it. It's no good. But a flag is down here.
Tonight we ain't going out, so we invited everybody. The made, well, they're way too strong, but ain't nobody saying sorry. The speaker's so blown, no one knows what it is, but we keep it on repeat 'cause we don't want it to end. We got the rest of our lives for